Good morning. Today I'm coming to you live for the first ever digital client conference that we know of in ticketing. And I'd love nothing more today to be actually live in a room with all of you. I love seeing your names. And by the way, we have record registrations today. And you're all saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in travel, food, and lodging costs and still getting some really solid content right during your workday today. Now, I've met many of you in person, if not most, and some many times, and I love nothing more than real FaceTime. And in our digital age, I find that the sound of a voice, the touch of a handshake or a hug is incredibly valuable, can't be replaced, and it is one of the most rewarding aspects I have of working with each of you. I'll never forget the day I met Stephen McCandless at the Criterion Theater. We communicated largely via email frequently. And when I arrived, but never met in person, and when I arrived at his theater, he jumped up out of his chair, he put his arms up in the air, and he said something to the effect of, "Look, you're here, you're real, and you're so cool." Of course, I loved Stephen right away. And then there's Dennis Andres of the Morris Center. He became a friend over the 12 years of being a client. I watched him fight through some health issues in the last couple years, and we frequently talked more about life and his kids and his grandkids than we did about ticketing. Now, he's retired in North Carolina, and he gave me a heartfelt invitation to come and visit and stay with him in their new home. There was also the night that Paul Santz of Tickets Tonight in Vancouver was having dinner with my husband when some bad news broke here at home. And then Paul immediately switched from client and was there as a friend to lend a hand and give some really wise counsel that night. So thanks, Paul. There's many more stories, and so I want to start today by saying, each of you make what we do possible here at TicketForce, and so incredibly rewarding. If you're one of the few that I haven't had the chance to meet yet, or I don't know you well, I look forward to changing that soon. So thank you for trusting us with servicing your organization with the best ticketing software and service that we can. Now, this week is about reaching as many of you as we can with content that we have worked hard and hope will be meaningful and impactful while still allowing you to continue to run your business and save your travel dollars. That's why we've launched TicketForce Live today. And we're happy to say we have over 50% of client participation. We think that's fantastic, and we know it would have been impossible to hope for in any other format. Many of you have registered multiple members of your staff, and that's even more important. So thank you. So let's go. I've been asked by the team to kick off this week with my traditional TicketForce State of Affairs address. I'm going to give you a snapshot of how we're doing this year. I'm going to give you an update on the new enterprise product, and I'll weave in some industry trends I'm seeing and hearing from you and across the industry. 2016 has been an unexpectedly good year for TicketForce. In election years, we typically expect to see some hesitance to change things, or maybe a slight dip in sales as there's uncertainty around. But here's what we've seen this year. We've seen an increase in ticket sales across most markets, with some even posting record years. We see online and mobile sales continue to rise. We've seen incredibly strong sales, particularly in Broadway, but also in racing, rodeos, concerts, and fairs. Membership and loyalty programs are amping up and becoming an increasingly important part of the patron experience, especially in the arts market. Now, the arts in many markets outside of Broadway continue to fight for every ticket sale and donation and face some transitions in how to reach new audiences, and we're there to help. Oddly, the year did start off a bit flat, and February was one of our lowest sales months ever. But by September, all of us together saw ticket numbers that were the highest in the history of TicketForce. Now, while that may be a head scratcher with the uncertainty all around, there are several factors I see that come into play with this. And trust me, running this business is tricky with predictions. And I'm constantly talking to other people who say, how do you ever get a handle on a business that relies on ticket sales? It changes so much. And the truth is, you can't. You can just keep your eyes open, watch for trends, and do what you can. But here's some factors in why I see 2016 being such a solid year so far for TicketForce. And that means, when I say for TicketForce, all of you as well. Digital music, first, has put more artists on the road. It's the only way they can now make money. So this will continue and is good for our industry all the way around. If you look around, you can think about all the artists that you see that have announced tours or are going on tour this year, and it's been spectacular, and we expect to see that trend continue. We've had Broadway shows led by unprecedented attendance for things like Hamilton and ticket prices this year. They've led the way in arts programming. And as they spread out among the nation, they're an art form that people of all ages and all demographics are flocking to. We've seen that many events that rely heavily on middle-class buyers are setting attendance records, signaling that even though the economy has not improved for everyone, attending a live event is an important part of the fabric of our lives. Also, live entertainment, from sports to arts, comedy, concerts, all of it. It continues to be a way that we all celebrate life, no matter what is going on around us. Now, we built this company in the short years after 9/11, when the decision was made to play the World Series just weeks after our country, and specifically New York City, had suffered the worst act of terrorism in American history. But we played baseball. I was at Game 7 here in Phoenix, and I cried at a sports event like I had never done previously and since. The Cubs came close about a week ago. Now, as purveyors of live events, we can know that we have an important role in our country's life and culture. Simply put, we all know that life is better live. So don't miss tomorrow's session. It's at 11 a.m. Pacific to get some ideas and insights for programming your venue in the year ahead so that you can capitalize on these trends that we see. Secondly, a good year for TicketForce is because you've continued to put your trust in us, and our clients are renewing their contracts with us at nearly a 100% rate year after year. So thank you. And we know that you get many calls and many emails offering you alternatives. This year, so far, we're happy to announce 18 contract renewals valued at more than $1.3 million. And we're building new business this year as well, accounting for $750,000, bringing the total contract value in 2016 thus far to over $2 million. Now, this is not just good news for us, but it's good news for you, as you can be confident that TicketForce remains strong and viable for years to come. Multi-year contracts allow us to plan and forecast our business, to staff it accordingly, and to invest our dollars back into the business strategically. So thank you again. I'm committed to ensuring that our team does all we can to earn your trust year after year. And our new office space is being built, and it's ready for move-in by next spring. We're up to a third story on the brick walls, and it's really exciting to see. We're going to be in the second floor of a mixed-use, multi-story building in the historic district of downtown Gilbert, Arizona. This is a city where we live, and we started TicketForce officially in the converted garage office before moving to our current location just across the street from Gilbert in East Mesa. So we're going to be happy to be back in Gilbert and be a Gilbert business, and the staff is more than ready to move to their new home. The new office will accommodate our growing staff. We're now at 25 and currently interviewing a marketing director and 2 additional sales staff, and we're already crowded. The space will allow us to continue to use our open and collaborative workspace and that style of working, but it's going to improve because we're going to have several work areas for quiet or small group collaboration to work on projects together. That's really cool because we're 100% cloud-based with Microsoft, so now people can choose where they want to work based on what project they're working on. They can simply go to an area, log on to a station, and everything is there for them. So look for an invite, grand opening in mid-2017, and if a trip to Arizona is in your future, we would love to have you. Next year's TF Live event may be combined with an opening party on our building's rooftop. That's something to look forward to. Now, we've had some recent additions to our client services staff, and I want to take this moment to introduce them to you. And I now realize I should have brought them in and had them look in the camera at you. But they're all at their separate desks, and at least one of them is on a remote location. So let me just tell you the staff as it is now, as it relates to client services. Amy Johnson is a client services consultant and a product specialist. So her job is to liaison with developers and programmers and help to set the direction and do the documentation for both our existing product and our new enterprise product. She stays busy responding to RFPs and still handling at least half a client load. Chris Galucci is full-time client service consultant, and this guy works hard. He's based in Portland, Oregon, and we know that we can grab Chris for trips and client visits, and does a lot of on-site support at the fairs and the rodeos in particular, and we're just so grateful to have Chris on the team. We have Jamar Babayan, who's a client service consultant. He's in the onboarding right now, and Jamar is really exciting. He comes to us with about 10 years of desktop and technical support in software. So his onboarding is going well. He's quick, he's sharp, he's fun, and he's got a fabulous attitude with customer service. So if you're introduced to Jamar as your representative in the next several weeks or a month, you should be happy about that. He's going to take great care of you. Inetha Gladden continues to be our agency services coordinator. If you work in a basis with us where you're doing reconciliations, Inetha is preparing all of that and making sure the right amount of money goes to the right person at the right time. She also handles all the event building and forms, lease agreements, all of those types of things, as well as manages her own group of clients. So if you know Inetha and you work with her, you know what I'm talking about. We're lucky to have her. Ron King is our IT manager, and many of you have had him on site with you to make sure that equipment is working well, to do an analysis of your network, and he does a lot of phone work with clients as well. Ron does all our payment gateway setups as well as keep all of our equipment running well and help to support you in that. William Frayne is our equipment specialist and an event builder. So you may not have talked to him too much unless he's solving a printer problem for you over the phone. William loves to go out on site as well, and he frequently travels and goes to do on-site support. And I include in there Carla Winfield, who is our call center supervisor. She manages a team that's front lines with those of you that have your patrons calling in to our call center to be able to order tickets and do customer service on the orders. Carla, interestingly, is TicketForce's longest term employee, and she's incredibly loyal, very hardworking, and as long as she's in that call center, we know that things are running well. We're very happy. And she's got a fabulous team right now, and that continues to grow, and the quality stays the same every time we bring on new people. So Carla does a fabulous job. And then new to our client team, especially for the Softtix product, is Lucas Gaeta. We also call him our Webby. He's going to be doing the ticketing site and event build graphic design element. Lucas has a great eye. If you saw all the design work that was done for TF Live, he also did that for us as well. So welcome. That's a fabulous team. We look forward to continuing to have that team to grow. And this team really does work autonomously. In the end, they report back to me. They're some of the best in the business, and I'm really proud to have each one of them. I want to give you an update on the enterprise product. Many of you have watched webinars or seen a demo of the product, maybe once or more than once. On Friday, you're going to get a product overview of this product and our current existing product with Amy Johnson and I tag teaming. So make sure to catch that. If you've missed any webinars, you can find all of them to view anytime on our YouTube channel. Simply go to youtube.com and search for TicketForce, and you'll be able to catch up on anything. You might want to do that prior to Friday if you've yet to see that glimpse of the new enterprise product. Now, we first introduced the partnership and the North American license of our new enterprise platform, which is powered by Softtix, at Intix last year in Anaheim. Now, since that time, what have we been doing? Well, we've been building and configuring and in the training phases of bringing a new and massive platform online successfully. The good news is we only have to do this once. This single platform will service all clients. So bringing you up on the product when you're ready to go is a much more streamlined process. The basics that I want to review with you today as far as this product, and I want to be able to say these things as many times as I need to for your comfort. I want you to know that we will continue to provide and support your current product. It is moving ahead with new features, and you'll see what's coming up on Friday. Our partnership with Vision One, which is now Accesso, continues to be strong and renews in perpetuity. And the new product allows us to expand our market share, where a single venue system is sometimes restrictive. It is enterprise in that it can service the largest of venues, is fully scalable. It offers multiple merchant accounts and full separation of databases. So while we must only manage one system rather than 100, it provides the client with more flexibility in how and where you sell tickets. It's good to know that the product, like our current product, is web-based, and the hosting is provided by a little company called Amazon. We're using Amazon Web Services for the full hosting of this product. And we'll be at multiple facilities in the U.S. to provide redundancy against outages like we saw on the East Coast a few weeks ago, and can be scaled up or down to accommodate large on-sales and volume in short periods of time without investing so much in additional infrastructure. And we will have full control of our North American software license, meaning that as this market varies from others in the world, we can build out APIs or other additional products or add-ons that are unique to our market. We can truly shape this product for the needs of you, our clients. The partnership with Softtix, which is based in Sydney, Australia, was built over a 5-year time period, and they are heavily engaged in our success here. The North American ticket market is quite simply the largest in the world, and our presence here carries great meaning for the whole Softtix team and will continue to shape the product roadmap. Now, where we are today, we're currently working with several clients, mostly here in Arizona, for early adoption. And we have users configured, seat maps, events built. In one case, we've got a national on sale ready to go, just waiting for the artist to confirm the dates and fully confirm the tour. But the system is finally ready to launch after months of hard work by both teams. Congratulations to the TicketForce team and all the hard work you've done to get us to this point. Now, if you've not yet taken a look or you're wondering if the system may have advantages for you, please start with that webinar online, listen in this Friday, and then ask your client rep for a closer look. We're ready in our processes now to do that on a client-by-client basis and really give you the personalized attention and advice that you need to be able to help determine what product's going to service your needs better as you move ahead. Migrating to a brand new product within the same company, though it's going to have definitely challenges, is far and above a smoother process than making a change to a new product and a new company. We're able to manage for you internally without any external concerns of data migration. We're able to get seat map and event builds done. We're able to get your users configured and put into the right groups and get the training taken care of for you. And we'll set up a plan just for your venue to smoothly help you transition online through links to both systems so that buyers are not lost. That said, I want to make sure you understand it is a large project, and you can plan on a 60 to 90-day process from start to finish. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment for questions if you have any. If the question box is not working, go ahead and use the chat box. But do you have any questions currently about not specific functionality on the new product? We're going to cover that on Friday, but anything on transitioning or any general questions that you have, I'll go ahead and take those now. Amy Johnson's on the phone with us as well. Amy, if you would read any of those questions that have popped up, and we'll give it just a moment to see if we have any questions before we move on. I always take it as a good sign. If we don't have questions, hopefully I'm being as thorough as possible. And hold on, if you've got more questions, we'll open it up again at the end. Amy, does it all look clear to move on?
I'm not seeing any chat.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll keep you posted.
Thank you. And you can write those questions in at any time and we'll compile them for the end. I recently had an interview and a feature about TicketForce and the industry in general, the ticketing industry, with my friend Dave Brooks of Amplify. Now, if you don't know Dave or subscribe to his daily newsletter, it's a great read. He covers predominantly the music industry, but he also really touches on ticketing, a lot about venue management, entertainment news in general. And he's got it really from an insider point of view. Check it out at ampthemag.com if you don't already subscribe. Tell Dave I sent you. But it's gotten to the point where I really look for his email every morning. And if there's not one there, then I assume all is calm and all is quiet on the ticketing front. Now, I mention this because Dave asked me in this interview, what is coming in ticketing? What do you see that's new? What is the trend? Where are we going? And my initial response is that though we're releasing some really exciting technologies that are new for North America in many cases, the industry ticketing as a whole, for me, has gone a little bit ho-hum on anybody really creating anything that is landmark and game-changing. I don't mean to say there's not progress moving forward, but it's just been a little stagnant with somebody coming up with something that makes your life easier and a lot more fun. But that said, I do see trends, and there is some hope for some new things coming down. And I'm going to start with this one. And if you know me, you're going to say, she's talking about it again, and that's mobile. Mobile ticketing and mobile engagement is simply the most important tool for engagement with fans, and it continues to be a rising way that people are not only browsing for, but buying tickets. So this means for you that more than ever, you need to make sure a couple of things. You need to make sure that your venue website is mobile friendly. Pull it up on your phone and see if you as a patron find it friendly and easy to navigate. If not, address that with your webmaster as soon as you can. 2, most of us still communicate with our buyers predominantly via email. Make sure your email campaigns are also mobile friendly and that they link directly to your ticketing purchase page for the specific event. That's called deep linking, and what it does is eliminates a couple of clicks for people who want to buy a ticket for a specific show, and then they click on your email and they go into some type of a home page, something that's not mobile optimized. They scroll around a little, they can't find what they want, and the opportunity is lost. So it's really simple to do this. When you complete an event build in the system, simply pass that direct link along to whomever manages your email campaigns and make sure they use that. And also the website. Now this link is easy to find at any time on the event page and the performance page and can be copied and pasted simply. Thirdly, you should consider a venue app for engagement with your patrons. The new TicketForce app will be launching soon with the enterprise product, so stay tuned on that. Once you're on the new product, you'll be able to have use of it, and to promote that to your buyers, we can skin it for you or you can link to it from your own mobile site. And 4, consider scanning if you're not already, and be ready for more mobile tickets to come in the door. If you know mobile tickets, the barcode looks a little more like a QR code, so it's square as opposed to the straight line barcodes that are on all your thermal tickets and your print at homes. So you need to be set up for scanning, and most, if not all, the scanners that we're now providing to you are enabled for what we call 2D barcodes. And if not, you can talk to us about that. Ron was just telling me last week that we now have a 2D USB tethered scanner. For those of you where cost is prohibitive perhaps for the Motorola handhelds, these USBs connect to a small laptop or netbook, even to a Surface tablet, and you can scan there. You just have to have the screen to read it, but they're just a couple $100, and then the laptop is necessary. They were previously 1D, and we've now released some of those to one of our new racing clients, with the ability to scan the 2D tickets. So if you can use that format based on where you're at, then consider that as a good pricing option. Now I want to remind you that your current product and the new enterprise product provide you with fully optimized mobile ticketing, and it's a fully optimized ticketing experience, including seat maps. We're proud to be industry leaders in mobile. This has been something that I've been passionate about for a number of years, and the ticketing market is finally catching up to our good friends in airline sales. We're way behind, and there are still many ticketing systems out there that do not have mobile optimized ticket purchase pages, or you lose the seat map or things like that. These are things that are really critical, and we're proud to say we offer for you and include no additional cost in your ticketing system. So if you have any concerns, if you're looking at your ticketing purchase page, please do let your rep know so we can make sure everything is working well for you on the mobile phone. And along with mobile, we're seeing that mobile payments are going to become a lot more easy and common to work with. And so we need to be prepared to process. Make sure that you do not miss Wednesday's session this week about payments, where I've got two amazing experts to talk to you. They're going to cover everything from EMV to mobile to stored payment types. That one is a 1 p.m. Pacific. If you want to see the whole schedule, please go to ticketforce.com/tflive, and it'll bring up that schedule for you with a registration link. But if you did pre-register, then you should have registration all taken care of and that link in your inbox. But please make sure not to miss that, and perhaps share that with people in your bookkeeping or accounting departments as well. Now, aside from mobile, analytics are on the forefront of all of our minds. Now, we are great in ticketing at collecting data, but at many times having absolutely no idea what to do with it once we have it. If multiple spreadsheets and Google Analytics kind of have you cross-eyed, keep the faith. Better analytics are coming, and the trend is getting data into readable format, like dashboards, and being able to access it really quickly, like Insight, which is our new dashboard with the enterprise product, which you're going to see on Friday. That's a dashboard that can show you, for instance, the number of users that are on your site on a specific event ready to buy before it even goes on sale. So you can make decisions on the fly that are critical about pricing or adding additional shows at the very last minute, even before a single ticket is sold. That's good analytics, and that's good data that you can use. And something new, TicketForce is right now building an internal digital marketing team. And we're going to offer you the latest in marketing and analytics to you. As the data becomes more and more complex, it also becomes better. And we're going way beyond who to target in your next email campaign or social media post. So that's a service that you're going to hear more about. And we want to come along with you and be your marketing partner if that's something that suits your needs. And that'll be a scalable solution, everything from consulting to fully running your digital marketing and ensuring that you're getting the most out of your data. And finally, we're going to see real tools that work to sell more tickets. No gadgety stuff that nobody really uses. I remember well a conversation that I had with a good friend who was at TicketFly in the early days. They were just building their platform out, and they were building it so fast. They had a lot of money, and it seemed like they were always announcing some new, seemingly really cool little tool. And I saw this friend at a conference, and I said, hey, how's it going? And we chatted for a while, but he goes, in the bottom line, he goes, Lynn, I am really sick of building stuff that nobody uses. And that impacted me. And I realized it's true in a lot of cases of what we see emerging from ticketing companies. We've got this cool thing, and how do we use it? How do we really make that work for our venue? And does it sell more tickets? Does it increase donations? Does it increase the amount of information that I have about my patrons so that I can really market well to them? Depending on your staff, they may not have the time, the knowledge, or the money even to implement all the tools that are out there that are available to you. So that's why I'm convinced that the time is now for us to do two things to help you. One, we brought over a product that is packed with tools that really help you sell more tickets. You'll see things that you've heard us talk about probably, like Invite a Friend and Full House, and then even going into abandoned cart marketing, things like that that can really work, can be easily executed from a simple request to our team here. No work for you, and you'll just reap the results of getting those empty seats filled. That's our goal. And two, to build that digital internal marketing team of experts that's going to know ticketing. You can hire a digital marketing firm that might be good at getting people to go to dental visits or buy pillows from Pottery Barn. But somebody knowing ticketing and live events to be your partner is critical. And that's where we're coming in. We're going to be the expert help so that you can get back to managing your business. So, mobile, real analytics to help you know what's really working and identify a lot more about your buyers than ever before. And solid, helpful marketing tools that are going to help fill empty seats without you having to give it out to a secondary market or discounters. That's the direction we're going. Helping you make smart, intelligence-based decisions, better marketing to sell more tickets, and ensuring that all transactions are done and done well on mobile devices. It is an exciting time after all, and this is an exciting week. I'm so happy to have the incredible sessions that we have planned for you. And reminding you, again, this is all at no cost, but the quality we're bringing you this week is on par with many of the conferences that you would pay hundreds of dollars to attend. And along with all the sessions, you can look for daily emails, some messages from the team, and a drawing at the end of the week for a Microsoft Surface, just for attending. And we know you're busy, and we really appreciate your being here and sharing these recorded sessions with those in your staff that had to miss them. But here's a quick rundown, and the schedule, again, is online, ticketforce.com/tflive. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific, join two of the best programmers in the business, both of our proud to call them clients. Koshe Irby of WWE Entertainment is literally one of the smartest marketing minds I know in live entertainment. If you've had the privilege to attend one or more of our FaceTime events in the past, you know exactly what I'm talking about because he's participated in several events and we can never seem to get enough of what Koshe has to say. And Kevin Stone of Florida Theater is a tough creative programmer, and he's helped to build ticket sales at his venue through good programming and smart business at Florida Theater, and they've moved to be a Pollstar Top 50 venue in just a few years. So you don't want to miss Kevin and Koshe talking about programming. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, there are so many questions that we get around payments and payment types and so much confusion. I've brought in two of my favorite experts. Shahzad Khan is a senior director at Visa, and I was very proud the day that he told me his address was now, his email, something at visa.com. He's been doing e-commerce since I met him 20 years ago, and he brings us a truly global perspective of what's coming. He's smart, he's fun, and he brings it all into a language we can understand. And Ed Moore at Capital Q has been my processing partner for 10 years. He's equally an expert, and I love talking to Ed and making him break down those acronyms that he loves to use. He knows the ticketing business well. He's a provider for multiple clients, and he can answer all your questions, large and small. Now, Thursday, I'm absolutely honored to have a national speaker with us, and I had no idea that we were going to be able to secure Diana Martinez to spend an hour with you as our guest speaker. Do not miss this. Diana will motivate you in regards to creativity, thinking outside of the box, and team building. She knows our industry. She was the CEO of Second City Comedy Club in Chicago for years. And aside from her speaking, she now consults at a performing arts venue in the Chicago area as well. And let me tell you, she's truly dynamite. You will take away something from this one for sure. Diana recently spent an entire day with the TicketForce team. We all loved her, and we're still reaping the benefits of the team building and inspiration and creativity that she brought to us. And then on Friday, we'll do the product updates, both for the current and the new product. I'll be joined by Amy Johnson, and we're going to tour through what's coming up. This is a software conference after all, so we've saved the best for last. So we're taking a day of content, and we're stretching it out to just an hour a day for you so that you can keep running your business and still get some fabulous content in. We know it's digital. We'd love to see you in person, but we're hoping that you really reap some benefits from this and that you learn and have fun with your team and ours this week. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see if Amy has any questions that have come in.
I do not see anything at all. So if you guys think of anything after, feel free to shoot us over an email and we'll get them answered for you.
Okay, we'll wait just a second more, but it looks like we're going to be, we've answered all the questions for this morning, and we really look forward, we thank you again for jumping on. If anybody on your team missed this, we'll be sending out emails with links so that they can watch it later. But we do encourage you to jump on live so that you can get any of those questions answered right away in that live environment. Thanks so much. We hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us for TF Live, and enjoy the week.